welcome back to Surviving Minecraft with Niceberg. I am Niceberg, and as you can see, I've been hard at work here. I've changed up our little farm plot here, made it a little decorative with some bamboo and sugar cane, and I've turned this farm plot into all potatoes. And I've got them separated right now, just because that'll help them grow faster, and once they grow up, then we'll fill the rest of that in. On the other side of the lake, you also saw the time lapse here of me kind of setting up this farm area over here. And what I'm really missing right now are honeybees. So I've set it up so that we could get honeybees in here, fertilizing the crops and speeding up their growth. But the only honeybees I've got nearby came from this bee's nest right here, which I harvested to make that bee hive. And since I harvested it, I have not seen even one bee come out of it. So we're having a little problem there. But yeah, so as I mentioned, I was going to get the farm set up and then starting to think about how we can use the villagers that we have over here in the village. And I don't know if they're breeding or not, but these two guys are not taking a profession anywhere, which probably means that there isn't a workstation in the village for them. But they're also fighting over this bed at night, which again suggests that there are not enough beds in the village for the villagers that are here. So that's not great. I think what I'm going to start out doing is kind of luring these guys into a house, or maybe two houses if I need to, and making sure that they stay alive. We've already lost one, the Fletcher. I don't know where he's at right now, but if you remember, I'm pretty sure I traded with this Fletcher some sticks. He had the sticks trade and arrows trade in his first level, and when I just went to look at him a minute ago, he did not have those trades. I don't know where he's at, but he's around here somewhere. There he is up there. He doesn't have those trades anymore. So we must have lost that Fletcher at some point. So I want to make sure that we do save some of our villagers and that they survive. So I'm going to lock a couple up in a house or two. I think I'm going to try and put them in this house over here on the right side, because then I want to build the breeder in this area, and that way I won't have to move them around towards the end, or towards the as I get ready to build. So we'll clean this stuff out of here, and maybe go find a sheep, make a couple of beds that would lure a couple of villagers in there, and then we can just block the door off so that we know that they're safe. Make sure it's lit up well enough. Yeah, 2 torches in there will be fine, and then go from there. So yeah, I'm gonna go see if I've got any wool to make some beds, and we'll get those villagers trapped. Maybe in the morning. Well, unfortunately, I have no wool, so we are gonna go on a little sheep hunting expedition. I have no food either. Oh man, I am all out of sorts here. Well, we're gonna go on a little sheep hunting expedition over here in this little forest, see if we can find anything, and hopefully that'll pan out for us. Hey, there were sheep with these cows too. So that's awesome. I'm gonna have to get rid of some stuff. I don't need these boots, do I? We'll take the boots off. I don't want to kill these sheep because I do want to be able to probably come back and harvest again at some point. I don't have any wheat with me. Otherwise, I might just take them back over to base with me. But I think that'll be another thing that I do here in this episode is get ourselves some sheep back to base. Oh, hello, friend. So that we can have wool near home, as well as over here away from base. All right, so I've got 3 beds made and should really only need 2 here for this. But, oh, come on there. There we go. So we'll throw 1 down in that corner, 1 down in this corner. And I'm also going to go break this blue bed that's down here. Hopefully whatever villager is connected to it will hook up with one of those white beds that I just threw down in that house. And so I'm hoping that I get 2 non-professioned villagers in here, and if for some reason I don't, then I'll have to do a little bit of work trying to get 2 unprofessioned villagers in there. Now, I've been trying to think about what I want to do and how I want to go about this kind of this episode and what I want its goal to be. And obviously, I got the farm set up, which is great. Oh, that guy took the butcher's profession off of the smoker that I put down. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that so that he loses that profession. Come on, friend. Stop being a butcher. How's he not lost that? He knows that that thing is not there anymore. Darn it, that is frustrating. Okay, that's all right. I keep getting distracted. I've been thinking about what I want to get done in this episode, and I do think that there's basically 2 things. All right, no profession and the butcher, who should not have a profession. That's annoying that he does. Where is this dude going? All right, this is the guy who thought he should be with the blue bed, apparently. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to break this bed so that he doesn't have one. I'm going to throw 2 beds down out here. Hopefully both of these guys come and... Yes, 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 good. All right, I'm going to break away for a minute while I get these guys trapped. All right, it is the next morning and our butcher is still there, but I've got 2 guys trapped in this house here. Well, there's 1, there's 2. So they will be happy and safe there until I am ready to work on the villager breeder and get all that put together. And I'm thinking about going ahead and getting that started today because I'm going to rely on villagers for a lot of things, I think, in this playthrough. We're going to want an iron farm at some point, so I'm going to need villagers for that. But I'm also going to rely on villagers for a lot of my preparation for the dragon fight in the end. So I want a Fletcher because I don't know if there are any... I don't know what's available in terms of bows and arrows and things. So I want Fletchers to be able to trade up and find what enchanted bows they've got to offer. So I'd like a bunch of Fletchers. I will need... what are those guys called? That clerics that go with the potion stands, right? With the brewing stands, so that we can get plenty of ender pearls and things like that. So I'm going to rely on villagers for a lot of things. I'm going to want farmers so I can trade pumpkins, and if we can find melon seeds. I don't think I've got any melon seeds, but I want farmers to be able to do stuff. So I want lots and lots of villagers, which also means that I need places for those villagers. And I have some ideas of like what I want that to look like end game. And I'm not really going to share those right now, but I have some ideas of what I want this space to look like and how I want to build up sort of our community around this area. And so I want to be able to think through that process and get those things started. But for now, I just need a whole bunch of villagers in order to be able to trade with. So what I'm going to do is I am going to probably break these stations and replace them with Fletcher's tables so that these 2 guys turn into Fletchers. I've got at least 1 other unprofessed villager, and I'll turn him into a Fletcher. And then I'm going to cut down a ton of trees. I've already cut down a lot of trees, but I kind of want that wood for some builds that I'm thinking about doing. But I'm going to cut down a bunch of trees, probably everything that's in the village here for sure, and trade sticks with those guys so that I can get lots and lots of emeralds and get my Fletchers moving towards the enchanted bows that they've got. So, yep, I'm going to take care of some of that business right now. All right, y'all, I am up to 5 Fletchers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Fletchers, and they all have the stick and arrow trade, which is super exciting. So I'm going to run them up to their next level using sticks. I've got quite a few sticks here, but I've got a ton of wood in my chest over here by the fields, by the wheat fields, and then I've got all of these trees that I'm going to chop down and trade for sticks as well. Get plenty of emeralds and be ready to level these guys up to a pretty significant and high point. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Well, I'm not sure how long this took, but I now have 5 expert Fletchers. 2 of them, this is a power 1 expert. Haven't gone up to the next level yet, obviously, but I got a power 1. I've got 2 unbreaking 2s. I've got a power 3 and a power 2. Yeah, a power 2. My power 3 is 20 emeralds for a power 3 bow. So obviously, let's see here. Where is he at? Is this him? Yeah, there he is. Power 3. And then we got a ton of stuff happening there. You also notice I'm up to 31 levels after all of the trading. I'm pretty much tapped on my spruce logs because of all the sticks that I've traded. But I've taken down all the trees in this area, all the spruce trees in this area, which gives us lots of room to build and start thinking about some things. I feel like I have a nearly full chest of regular bows and a nearly full double chest of crossbows as well, and 16 arrows. I did 1 arrow trade. Everything else was either sticks, crossbows, or regular bows to get our Fletchers up to expert. So lots of options there now in terms of that, and I've only got 11 emeralds left though. I'm actually going to toss those over here so that I know where they are at anytime that I want them. So with the stick trade, we'll be able to get a lot of emeralds, but that is not really the most efficient trade for emeralds, and so kind of at a point where I'd like to maybe pull some of those power bows, maybe even set up some enchanting real soon and get that done. So I think that's what my next goal is for this video, is to get an enchanting setup done. In order to do that, we're going to need to make sure that we harvest plenty of sugar cane. We're also going to need leather from our cows, which means that we're going to need wheat from our fields. So by the end of this episode, we're going to have enchanting set up, and I would also like to come out here kind of in this open space here and start to create a pumpkin farm. And if I've got any melon seeds, I don't think I do, but we'll go check. Melon and pumpkins kind of up here in this flat area. So we've got wheat and melon and pumpkins all kind of close together. So that's what we're going to work on now. More melons and pumpkins, and building up our sugarcane and leather stores so that we can begin the thoughts about an enchanting setup. Here we go. And our pumpkin and melon farm is basically ready to be set up. I set it up in a way that it's basically ready to be automated once we get all the resources that we need for automation. So I went every other row with pumpkins because that hopefully again will speed growing, right, of pumpkins, gives them all space. But once this gets automated, the middle rows will be watermelons, will be melons. I call them watermelons, but you know, whatever. And actually what I'll end up doing is since these two plots have the pumpkins on the long rows, right, on the 5s, I'm going to actually build 2 more plots eventually. One here, and I think I can fit one here without encroaching on the wheat crops. And these 2 will have watermelons on the long and pumpkins on the short. And then it'll be all automated and it'll all be collected, and it'll be a huge melon and pumpkin farm for us to get plenty of melons and pumpkins to begin trading. So this plan. Oh, I forgot I had those pumpkins over there. So I could get enough seeds to go ahead and finish this off, and I think I will do that here in just a minute. I have also, you can see, gone ahead and harvested the wheat once, fed up the cows, harvested the sugar cane again, all in preparation to try and get that enchanting setup done. It is getting to be nighttime again, so it'll be about time to sleep. And while we're waiting on things to grow, I kind of need to stay in the area, right? So these things won't grow if I go off into the mine and get too many chunks away. So I need to figure out something to do kind of in the area here while I let crops grow and that kind of thing. So I think what I'm going to start doing, well, I wait for crops to grow, wait for the cows to grow up, wait for the sugarcane to grow, right? All of those things I need to hang around here. So I don't have a whole lot to do, so I think I'm going to start considering how I want to set up the villager breeder up here. I'm going to mess around with that while everything grows and just kind of decide how I want to do that. All right, so I have been really, really hard at work here. Done quite a bit of stuff since the last time you saw me. I can't tell you how many times I've bred up the cows now, but the last time that I bred them up, I think I went through 50 wheat breeding them up. And I don't know, I think I hit a couple of kids in there or whatever, but you know, baby cows. I've harvested the pumpkins a couple of times. I apologize if you can tell. I'm a little stuffed up. So I got a couple of stacks, almost 2 stacks of pumpkins all ready to go. I've been working out in my garage, building some shelves, and the sawdust gets my allergies going. So up here, I have successfully moved some villagers over. You can actually hear some water. We'll go over here real quickly and check out what's going on inside our door here. There's our 2 villagers, and they are ready to be breeding whenever I am ready to get them going. I just heard a cat. Where is it? There it is. This will be my 4th cat that I've gotten as well. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, you stinking cat. I'm also allergic to cats in real life, so this is just... Sometimes I wonder how much of my congestion is due to a... Oh, yeah. I don't think I have one of these guys yet. So let's go ahead and take them over. So anyway, villagers are there. And then the other thing that I did, and I still have not decided exactly how I'm going to make this work out. But down here, I've built a little tunnel, and I've got a water thing here. And I'm trying to work out how to get our villagers from down here into a waiting area up here, where we can then create a minecart thing to swoop them away. All right, so there the cat has taken to that bed. I'm gonna try and get him over here where I've got all of the other cats right now. And then we are gonna massacre our cows in hopes that we get enough leather to start our enchanting setup. All right, so yeah, time to massacre some cows. I am gonna keep a close eye. Oh man, they are loud. I'm going to keep a close eye on our leather amount down there so that I can make sure to keep as many of the cows as I possibly can to keep our herd healthy. Probably should eventually make an automatic breeder cooker kind of thing, right? Cow crusher sort of thing. And maybe will in the future, but right now I like to do it this way. I need 45 leather total for bookshelves, and then I'd like maybe a couple of extra books to do some enchanting on if we want to do that, as well as maybe some extra books for bookshelves in order to make lecterns, in order to, you know, I don't know, maybe get a mending villager or something. So yeah, here we go. All right, we're up to 33 leather, and I can see some stuff hanging out in there. So I'm gonna hop in the pen here, and hopefully I'll be able to get out when all of this is done. And yeah, I'm up to 57 leather, and you can see all the cows that are still in there, and over 2 stacks of raw beef. Almost, well, I shouldn't say maybe over, but almost 2 stacks. Oh, get that closed. Whew, that was a close one. All right, it is almost nighttime, so we're gonna run across, sleep the night away, and then get started on thinking about where we wanna put the enchanting setup. So right now I've got 36 levels, which is great, but I don't really have an XP farm or anything like that. The closest thing I have to an XP farm are my 5 Fletchers, and so I feel like I should probably put the enchanting setup somewhere over here near the Fletchers, where I can easily get XP, at least for right now. So I kind of feel like this building is probably where it needs to go. All right, I'm gonna play around with this for a little while. I do want to put it in this building. Means I'm gonna have to move these chests here, unless I extend the top and just put it in the top. That is a thought. All right, time to play around. Let's see what I come back with. All right, so I am getting along and need to go make some of our enchanting things. So I'd like to get the table, the bookshelves, things like that, so that we can just make sure that all of our dimensions are right. I think I'm gonna have to bring the floor out one more row here, which then means that the roof is gonna have to come out. I'm not doing anything super special here. I'm wanting to keep this house in kind of a similar fashion as the rest of the village here, because I don't plan on doing a whole lot of stuff. But I kind of want to keep the vanilla village sort of look kind of thing happening right now. So this is the space that I have for the enchanting setup, which means that the enchanting table needs to go right there. And then bookshelves will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I don't want to put anything else there because this is my way up. I could go right here, I guess, 8. And that's fine. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And so we've got that space. We've got a space there for whatever we need. And then right up here, we're going to put an anvil and a grindstone, and a chest up here to just kind of store things that we need for enchanting. So I'm just going to take a peek here and see what we've got. Oh my goodness, we've got Fortune 3 immediately. So I know that this is probably not the best thing for me to do. Like, I'm getting distracted now with enchanting, but I definitely want to get that Fortune 3 enchant on a pick. And on a diamond pick nonetheless. So I'm going to run over here and grab the little bit. I think we've got, what, like 20 lapis in our storeroom over here. And so I'm going to grab that real quickly. And we are definitely going to go enchant this pickaxe with that Fortune 3 enchant. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope we don't just get Fortune 3. Oh, yes. Efficiency 4, Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3. Literally the best we could hope for on the enchanting table. Let's see. We've got an efficiency 4. Now, I could do this and we could hope that we maybe get Silk Touch. I'm going to. Efficiency 3, Unbreaking, efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3. That is not a horrible pick, but I need one with Silk Touch. And so we're going to have to make a decision on whether or not we want to unenchant that and go for one with Silk Touch, or wait for a bit. And I think I'm done for now. This is not beautiful. I know, don't worry. So we've got like this huge thing on top, and I don't know what to do here. I tried to do like a decoration with stairs, and it looks like garbage. So I do think that it is going to go ahead and come off. But we need to do something back here because there is just this big expanse of spruce plank sitting there that just does not look great. And so I need something there. I tried to put a little bit of a support on the back end here, and I think maybe it needs to come across, but I'm going to have to reconfigure this little bit of storage that I've got down here before I do that, because I guess I could maybe run it right out here instead, possibly. I don't know. We'll think about that some more. And then on this side, I've just put in a nice window. You can see, you know, from the right angle, you can see everything. Oh, I am missing a block up there. So we'll go fix that when we go inside. And when we head inside, I've got just torches lighting everything up right now because I really don't have any other lighting options, at least not good ones. And so there's everything there. And so fill that in and we're good there. Only thing that we need to do, need to get a chest, grindstone, and anvil up here. And I don't think I have, well, I guess I could just build a quick crafting table. And at the very least, get my chest up there. And the chest needs to go in the middle, otherwise it won't open. And you know, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and leave that crafting table there, because who knows when we might need it. Throw my lapis in there, and then I need a anvil and a grindstone. And so we'll throw the anvil up on one corner, throw the grindstone up on the other, and we now have our full-on enchanting setup ready to go. We got an efficiency 3 axe, meh. Ooh, efficiency 4 shovel, whatevs. Shears you can't enchant. So, alright, so there is our enchanting setup. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our goals. We have finished our enchanting setup. In fact, we've got an efficiency 4, fortune 3, unbreaking 3 diamond pick. We've got another efficiency 4, unbreaking 3 diamond pick. We've also set up a pumpkin farm and it is ready to be expanded to pumpkins and melons. I have open spots here to go to melons when we get melon seeds. And I've also begun to set up a villager breeder. Thank you so much for coming along for the ride on this episode of Surviving Minecraft with Niceberg. It was great to be around. I know that there was a lot of things happening here today, waiting on sugarcane to grow, waiting on cows to grow, waiting on wheat to grow, waiting on pumpkins to grow, all kinds of waiting. But in the meantime, we did get our villager breeder ready to go. And by next time, we'll be ready to dive into some more villager breeding so that we've got someplace to sell these pumpkins, and someplace to sell some melons, and then we'll head into the nether. I'm gonna have to go take care of my villagers or get to sleep. Well, I gotta get out of here. I gotta take care of things. So until next time, see ya.